Hi guys, this is hopefully going to be a quick video today, but you know what I love? When you put up a video, so I put up a video of the range test of the APC9K the other day, and Nelson from Archwick got in touch with me straight away to clear up some, information, because I was questioning this, that and the other about the mags. I did say with these mags that it looked like they had a smaller gas capacity with the circular way they've been made. He confirmed that, yes. So these are made so that they can, I imagine, use the same casting for the gas mags and the CO2 mags, because it's almost the same size as CO2, isn't it? CO2 capsule. So I took one apart. I've removed, you just have a look in here. So I've removed the plug, and when you do that, you get this. So you've got the plug, you've got the valve, which goes inside. Just pull this out here. You've got your little inlet valve. And then he mentioned something about this. Where have we seen this before? So he basically just said to check this. Now, this is the first one I've pulled apart, and the only thing I'll say is the O-ring. It's got like a little O-ring on this fitment. It looks like it's split. So you've got a knurled piece here. That sits into the bottom like so. But on this one, you see there's quite a bit of debris and swarf there. So with this one, you can see the O-ring is actually split. Now I don't know if that's going to be an issue. It could be, it couldn't be, I'm not too sure. I imagine this is just a way, like I say, with the maroons and stuff, to limit the amount of gas in there. So the tube, let's see how far the tube goes down. That's not going to fit. Let's use this instead. Oh, it completely swallows that. So the gas capacity in this magazine is pretty much precisely the same length as this little Allen driver here. And you can see how that tube will basically limit you putting liquid gas in half of the magazine. Now you can, cut these down much like on the Maroons, or you could even remove it if you want to, which would mean you'd be able to fill the entire chamber up with liquid gas. Now the problem with that is you always want a little bit of gap, so when you've filled it and you turn it upside down, the gas sits with a space, so the liquid gas expands into the propane gas or the green gas, whatever you're using, and this is basically doing a way to stop spitting of the propellant. So they do this so you can only fill it up to a certain way of liquid gas, and that should limit the amount of spit that you get off the magazines. Now that being said, this gun doesn't spit. However, if you're using full auto, it does. So even with these little extension tubes in here on full auto, the gun spits gas. I don't think that is related to the magazine. I imagine it's related to the nozzle and the internal workings of the bolt. So yeah, that is what's inside. So it's a good, nice message from Nelson. He does clear things up, which is nice, so I don't get things wrong, or if I do get them wrong, I can correct them on a next video. The one thing I will say to those of you out there that have got this replica is, if we tap the two body pins out, rip the stock out, pull the body pins out, if I can do this while on camera. So push the body pins out like that, remove your lower, pull your stock off the back, pull out your recoil spring, and this is what I wanted to talk to you about. So this is actually screwed together, and you'll see what it tends to like to do is it likes to unwind itself. So if you have no plans of changing this spring or fitting a short stroke kit or anything like that, I highly suggest you use some strong Loctite on the spring guide, and make it less of an issue of that coming loose, because that could be a potential failure. You know, if you work that all the way loose, I imagine the spring's going to hold it, but the last thing you want is you know, something that you could, you know, remedy, stop it from happening when you're having fun with your replica, whether you're in a skirmish game, whether you're doing target shooting. So that's the only thing I'd noticed so far. A lot of people want me to do like comparison videos on this compared to the Maruyama. And the only thing that I'm going to say to you about that is there's a reason I sold my Maruyamas. I'm not going to compare them because I sold them. And this, to me, is the better product, which is why I sold my Maruyamas and kept this one. That's as far as I'm going to go with that. I don't have a Maruyama to do any kind of this, that, and the other with, so this is the replica that I'm going to be keeping. Can't wait to see what new cool products Archwick brings out next. I would like to look at some of their MWS bits, but you know, being their high-end stuff, it's expensive, and you don't, especially speaking for myself, I don't always have that amount of disposable income to sort of splash out on a nice replica. I know that sounds contradictory because you see a lot of nice replicas on this channel, but I also have to juggle things going on with Jaeger. So maybe in the future I do want to look at the APE Maxim PDX MWS, which is pretty cool. So I do want to look at that as well. And I think he does, in terms of Archwick, he does like the L119A2 and other bits like that, but they are expensive, so it's sometimes a difficult thing to purchase. So thanks for tuning in. I just thought I'd clear that up to you straight from the horse's mouth. Nelson, if you're watching, let me know if that O-ring's going to be an issue and I can check them all and replace them. I would be interested to see if I take them out, what kind of performance I get. If I can hold more gas, that'd be nice. Why I'm not getting the lock back on empty, I'm not too sure. But we'll persevere. We'll keep going with this stuff. It would be nice. I mean, the bumpers are nice. But it would be also nice to have the ability to not have the bumper on. Maybe some kind of protective cap that's a little bit more, you know, slimline. Because these mags are a hell of a lot bulky. I know it sounds daft. They're a hell of a lot bulkier without those plates on. That being said, they're going to absorb impact if you eject your mags onto the floor. So one thing I will say is my magwell was very tight when it was new, and it is loosening up with some use. So I think a couple of days skirmishing, that's going to be nice and smooth and good to go. I'm going to stop yapping there. We'll wrap this up. Thanks as always for tuning in. Like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Links in the description below. Make sure you check them out. And as always, from me and Bench, we'll see you in the next video.